God send the world's end. Let's get out of here, drive into the sunset, pedal to the floor, honey, tell me where the lovers of the modern apocalypse. Cause we're good at this, and we're out for blood. If and when we get out of here, take me to your parents, sneak me in the back door, tell me where the lovers of the modern apocalypse. Cause we're good at this, and we're out for blood. If and when we wake up.
Hi, my name is Will, and welcome to the Distorted Transmission for today. I'm talking to a Wellington band, Holloway. How are you guys?
Very
Fucking excellent. Are we allowed to swear?
Yep. You can swear all you like.
Fucking excellent.
Intros, please. Who's in the band? Who's who?
I feel like we should go from that side.
I'm
Okay.
Taylor, and I play drums.
That's enough from you.
Mm.
I'm Lou. I do the songwriting and vocals and play a bit of guitar live, but you won't often see that in our videos, I guess.
My name is Guitar. I play the Max Long.
Nice to meet you, guitar.
There you
Yeah, that's we are Holloway. We are a Wellington band, and we want to talk to you about some things. Please.
Cool. All right. So we touched on this just before we pressed record that you don't have a bassist. So what's the deal with that?
Oh,
We killed him.
yeah. He's dead. He's actually hanging up in the hallway upstairs.
He is. That's
I'm
true.
not kidding. I'm going to send you a photo after this, and
Yeah.
you got to like flash it up right now of him.
Okay.
We've taken his soul and put him into a Roland SPD.
Okay. The question I'm going for is how would you play live, for example? How do you cover the sort of bass frequencies?
Taylor has a drum machine that can trigger anything. So he
Right.
has a little foot pedal that he pushes, and a click in his ear, and he counts us in, and
Yeah, it's,
You-
it's
you would-
backing tracks.
you wouldn't even know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Back in tracks. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's good to know. All right. So basically the history of the band. How long have you guys been around?
Well, you started it, so you might as well.
Oh, I'll start, and then you can take over with yeah. So
Yeah.
so I started this project in 2018. Back then we were Holloway Holiday, which for obvious reasons has been shortened.
Sure.
Yeah, so I pretty much started the band having made music for years and years and years. I was just like, all right, I'm going to make a really good polished EP, and then I'll look for other members to play it live with. So I did Psychosensitive. That's the first Holloway EP. And I then went to a Killers show and saw Taylor get on stage and play a song with them and met him there. So I was like, well, he's a cool drummer, so I reckon you should drum in my band.
It's like the
That's what I
bit
said.
from Shrek where he sees Donkey and he's like, you're coming with me.
Yeah, that's what happened. So then there were two.
Yeah.
And then we got up to all sorts of shit together, eh? Like
Yeah, man.
yeah, so we were a two-piece at that point. We had so much technology on stage to compensate for the lack of band members. And I still suck at playing guitar. So he was a really good drummer. I was sort of learning to sing and playing guitar, and I had like Ableton, and I would like trigger shit from Ableton, and I had like all these outputs. I had a Focusrite interface on stage. It was fucking so high maintenance. And I realized, how about we just put all the tracks into a stereo out and have him play the guitar?
I guess then you'd have more time for your hair, right? Because that also looks high maintenance.
Right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
He has more time for crowd control. Like, it's crowd control.
Crowd control.
What do you call it? Yeah, frontman stuff. With me on the guitar, he doesn't have to worry about that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which the hair is a huge part of.
Okay.
How long have you been a three-piece then?
Oh yeah, so Max
Start of 2020.
Since
Um,
COVID.
Yeah.
lockdown, yeah.
It was during lockdown that we sort of officially became a three-piece, and we came back after the lockdown super strong. We did the Battle of the Bands and came second nationally.
In the country,
Yeah.
which was wild. That was like really validating for
Full
us.
Yeah.
country. We did a tour of NZ as well.
Oh, we did that. as
Mm.
well.
Yeah. Mm.
That's true.
Yeah.
And so I think then 2021 we released a couple of songs, Violet and Last Dance for Losers. 2022,
And they were the first two songs
They were
with
the-
you on guitar.
that's true.
Yeah.
The first two songs with me. 2022 was I can't remember. We were working on stuff we're releasing now
Man.
actually. and we did Crush Fest.
Oh yeah, last year, like that's the biggest show we've ever done. We organized this thing called Crush Fest, which was like 6 bands in Auckland, at the Tuning Fork, which is like a big boy venue, and we were like kind of nervous about that.
And so since then, we've been traveling up to Auckland nearly once a month. Playing
so many
playing
Auckland
shows. Yeah.
Yeah,
Lots of driving.
That's pretty all-encompassing. Well done. Tell me about the song Crush, its themes and such. There was a little blurb about, like the meaning of crush is like when somebody has a crush on somebody else, and there was some other bits to it that I've since forgotten. So could you fill me in?
yeah, cool. So Crush is like our first song that we did in a proper studio with someone. It is coming out on April 28th, and it is a song about, like, it's sort of crush in every sense of the word, if you know what I mean. Like, it's obviously romantic crush, like that's an obvious one, but also like emotional crush, ego crush, like and also the kind of toxic side of being into the idea of a person. You don't know them that well, and you've sort of made this idea of who they are in your head, and you don't actually know them for who they actually are, and that can just lead to a whole bunch of fucking baggage, if you know what I mean.
It's also the turtle from Finding Nemo.
Yeah, Crush. Yeah.
Right. He shows up in the song, does he?
He's in there.
He's got a silent role.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa, and he was like,
Yeah.
whoa.
Onto fashion, like you sent me your EPK, and there was a bunch of professionally done photographs and stuff. I've seen a few pictures of you on stage. I've seen some of your earlier videos, like Violet that you mentioned before, and it seems that sort of fashion is sort of part of the band, if you like. Like my band, we just get up with whatever we happen to have thrown on that day, but it seems that like fashion's part of your presentation, if you like.
There's a new color every like
Era.
couple of records, right?
Yeah.
So it started with, and the hair changes, and we change our shit, and there's a bunch of aesthetic changes that happen. Everything we listen to, basically from our childhood to now, every artist has had a lot of cool aesthetic shit going on, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Like me and him started out on like basically Muse and Green Day. Like those were the only two bands in the world as far as we were concerned. And both of them are really like just so aesthetically driven. Like,
I feel like this is like a therapy session in some way.
and you can cut out as much of this because I'm just rambling, but like,
No, it's all right. Carry on.
yeah, like the Billie Joe Armstrong look, for example, red tie, eyeliner, spiky hair. Like I wanted to be him when I was 12, you know. And then Max was like sort of well into the Muse side of things, and Matthew Bellamy was
the full pastel colors, like pastel green jeans, or like a full red suit kind of
sparkly guitars,
yeah,
and
sparkly
shit.
guitars.
Yeah.
When did you decide that sort of like changing the colors for each album and that kind of thing? When did you actually decide on that? Was it a conscious decision?
That was not a conscious decision, I think. I think I bought these green jeans like before the band started, and I really liked wearing them, but they were very purple. And so I would be green while these guys were pink and purple on stage, and then
Kind of like the Joker.
yeah.
Oh, no. The Riddler. The Riddler was purple and green.
Oh, yeah,
wasn't it?
right.
Yeah.
Rock bands sort of like, it's often for dudes in t-shirts, and like I'm not shitting on that at all, but I reckon a big part of wanting to stand out was like, I enjoy doing makeup, I enjoy dressing up, so why don't we do this as a point to set us apart from the other bands in the scene? And like I reckon drawing on just pop stuff as well, like, is huge. Like I reckon like Lady Gaga, Kesha, Rihanna, like smash that together with Joy Division and like The Cure, and I reckon that's kind of where.
Fuck, I love you.
If you are going to take fashion on stage, I think it is important to be on the same page as a band, because I mean, like if one of you is into Kiss, let's say, one of you is into Joy Division, and one of you is into black metal, it's really not going to gel and be cohesive on stage. So it's good that, yeah,
it's not a gimmick.
It's not.
Nah. Well, like, yeah, like I'd wear this particular outfit or like a stage outfit to a party, or I don't know, like it's a
No, that's true. It
It's a
is. It is
self-expression.
us.
It's,
It is
it's an
us.
extension
Yeah.
of our.
I think it is a gimmick, but it's not. It doesn't have that negative connotation. Like you guys are fakers. I'm just saying that's like you've introduced it into the band, and now it's a thing. It's a gimmick for the band.
we're kind of fakers, aren't we? A
Yeah,
little
we're
bit.
posers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So, what's the plan going forward? Yeah, for this year.
Yeah. You go.
Crush comes out this Friday, which I'm actually realizing is when this drops, Crush will already be out. So stream Crush. Stream Crush
Do
now on Spotify. Yeah. But for later this year, we're dropping Crush, and we've done a whole bunch of promo around that, and we've been gone for like a year and a half. Like we've been just doing live shit. Like we haven't released anything. So that's really exciting. We have another song and video done as well. So we're basically going to be excitedly like this, like waiting to show people all the cool shit we've done.
Do you have shows coming up?
Yeah. So we mentioned Crush Fest last year,
Yes.
and this year we're doing the same thing. 2 like kind of mini festivals this time instead of just one. We're doing one in at the Tuning Fork on July 7th. Got the thing. And another on August 12th at San Fran. And this is basically the announce for it, right? Like we haven't
Yeah.
said anything about it yet, so it's happening.
Yeah.
Any other bands on the bill yet that you can announce?
Nothing's confirmed, but I can very confidently say that our friends the Not Okays will be at least one of them. Our friends Finger Tight will be at least one of them. We really want to get this band Blinder to play at least one of them. Who else was there?
What about Wellington bands? Or-
Oh yeah, Crying Club from
Crying-
Wellington.
yeah.
Stray Dogs from Auckland as well. Fuck, who else is there? There are others, and sorry if we didn't remember to say.
I mean, we'd love to get a band like Pale Lady would be great.
True. Yeah.
I'm not saying anything more about that.
No.
But, and yeah, none of this is confirmed. None of them have said.
Yeah, it's still
Yes.
very much in the works.
Even if bands are confirmed, they sometimes pull out at the last minute. So what does confirmation mean? I mean, nothing's absolute, right? But it's good just to get a broad understanding of what kind of bands are playing, who's
Yeah.
playing, that kind of
Well,
thing.
those bands that I just listed off, like they are the scene for our type of music right now. Like those, we love all of those bands so much, and that's why we travel up to Auckland all the time to be part of those shows, because that's just
But
like
they are varying genres as well. Like
yeah, it's
not too
emo, but
much.
it's like it's a spectrum.
Yeah, so emo metal, but like also rock and
Mm.
kind of everywhere in between.
I'm basically a metal guy. So I've never heard of any of those bands that you've listed, but obviously that scene's quite strong. So I find it quite refreshing to know that there are all these sort of like little sort of like quiet scenes going on, doing their own thing. Like there's a whole shitload going on at the moment, which is great.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, and our like pop punk emo, that genre is having a full on revival right now.
Nice.
Mainly through TikTok, like kids on TikTok bringing the genre back, like Blink 182 referencing, kids referencing bands like Blink 182 and shit. And Travis Barker, the drummer from Blink 182, is all over all this new shit. So it's like, it's kind of coming back. Like My Chemical Romance just toured with Goodnight Nurse reforming to open. Like that was wild. That blew our little emo minds. It was awesome.
If you really want TikTok to blow up, you have to play the theme song from Taxi, apparently. That was the hottest thing for a little while.
We're going to play Crush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, I guess that's about all the time we have for today. Is there anything else you'd like to add at the end of the interview?
Debut studio single Crush is out on the 28th of this month. It'll be out now, so go and listen to it. And if it's been a week or less, buying it on Bandcamp helps out a lot. More so than usual for some reason. So it's out, it's awesome. Go and listen to it.
Follow us on Instagram at We Are Holloway.
We are Holloway on everything.
On Facebook, We Are Holloway NZ.
Oh, Facebook sucks.
Yeah,
man.
I know.
Facebook.
Are we on, are we on
TikTok.
We're on TikTok?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we?
are Holloway.
At Lou from Holloway and at Max from Holloway.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm Taylor from Wellington.
Taylor from Wellington.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, that's me.
And that's all. Yeah. Thank you, Will. Thank you so much for having us on the show. I love this show and it's a fucking honor, honestly. Like we're so happy to be talking about all this stuff that we've had bottled up for ages, and you giving us that opportunity is just it's wicked. Thank you.
You're more than welcome. Best of luck with your shows, and yeah, maybe I'll interview some other people in your little scene at some point.
Thank you.
Say good night.
So long and good night.
And thanks for watching.